How you think, how you act, and how you feel is called your personality. And your personality creates your personal reality. Because nothing changes in your life until you change. We don't see things how they are, we see things how we are. Keep thinking those thoughts over and over again, you create a belief. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking over and over again until you hardwire it in your brain. The same thoughts lead to the same choices. Same choices lead to the same behaviors. Same behaviors create the same experience. So then how many people in this room right now believe in the idea that the way you think has something to do with your life? All of life uses information to organize itself into form. Without new information, nothing new can be born. When you learn that information, you begin to add new connections in your brain. That we begin to install the neurological hardware in our brain. The chemistry from that experience is selecting and instructing new genes, and you're changing your genetic destiny. Every time the person remembers that event, they're producing the same chemistry in their brain and bodies that the event was occurring. So you can condition the body to become the mind of that emotion. Now the body's literally living in the past. And they become automatic, they become unconscious. And you behave the same way, you make the same choices, you do the same things. By the time we're in the middle of our life, our personality, how we think, how we act, and how we feel becomes programmed subconsciously. If you knew it was the truth, you'd never miss a day. You would never miss a day in creating the life that you want. Constant stimulation in your external environment that reminds you of who you think you are as a personality. It's important for us to separate ourselves from the people we know and the places we go, the things that we do at the exact same time every single day. You are the creator of your life. Because most people try to create a new personal reality as the same personality. It doesn't work. You literally have to become somebody else. The hardest part about change is not making the same choice as you did the day before. So it usually takes crisis, it takes disease, it takes diagnosis, it takes loss, betrayal, to where nothing's making that feeling go away any longer. The moment the person steps from the known into the unknown, the body, which has become the mind emotionally of that person, begins to tell the brain, you're not worth it, you're not good enough. But if you can go from the old self to the new self, you have to cross a river. And that is the neurological, the biological, the chemical, the hormonal death of the old self. And the moment you decide to make a different choice, get ready, because it's going to feel uncomfortable. How many times do we have to forget? Until we stop forgetting and start remembering. That's called the moment of change. Now, if we begin to do that, we begin to install the neurological hardware in our brain. So if your personality creates your personal reality, then it makes sense then, if you wanted to change your personal reality, change your life, that means you'd have to change your personality. Theoretically then, if you learn new information like you did this weekend and you love that information in your brain, that information would be in your brain for you to actually choose something new and do something differently. The more that people understand what they're doing and why they're doing it, the how that's easier. And they can assign meaning to the task, and when they do, they switch on their prefrontal cortex. I'm going to feel the emotion of what the experience would be like before it happens. I'm going to feel the emotion. I'm going to teach my body emotionally what that future feels like before it occurs. Because if I feel the emotion in my future, I'll no longer be looking for it. You only look for it when you feel separate from it. We can't attract anything in our lives that we feel separate from. And if you can continue to repeat that same experience over and over again, you're going to neurochemically condition your mind and body begin to work as one. When you've done it so many times that the body now knows how to do it better than the conscious mind, it's innate in you. Think differently, act differently, feel differently, new personality. From knowledge to experience to wisdom, from mind to body to soul, from thinking to doing to being. But it's not enough to do it once. You got to be able to repeat that experience at will. Common people around the world are doing the uncommon. They look just like you. New personality, new personal reality.